What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about draft prospect Darnell Washington. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for continuing to tune into the channel, continuing to share out my content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at JewTalkSports. If you would like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ JewTalkSports. And if you'd like to be a part of my JewTalkSports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about draft prospect Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington does play the tight end position. He played his college ball at the University of Georgia, and he goes about 6'7", 265 pounds to 270 pounds. And he's definitely a player I think the Falcons should possibly look at drafting in this upcoming 2023 draft. From what I've looked at as far as his draft stock, it basically states that he could possibly be a late first-round pick to early second-round pick. So if the Falcons really value him the way that I think they should probably will have to move up either in the late first round or second round to take him. I wouldn't take Darnell Washington at that number 8th pick. I really feel like if the Falcons are going to draft a player at 8, they should stick with the defensive side of the ball, being that the last 2 years we took 2 offensive players in Drake London and Kyle Pitts. But I definitely wouldn't mind the team possibly trading up in the first round, at the end of the first round, or trading up in the second round to get a Darnell Washington. To me, he fits this Atlanta Falcons offense perfectly. One of the things that I noticed with watching tape of Darnell Washington is he's a guy that's great at blocking, being that inline blocker. He did a lot of blocking at the University of Georgia. He didn't have eye-popping numbers as far as receiving yards because they have Brock Bowers, who's also a great receiving tight end. He kind of was playing second fiddle to him, and he was more used as the bruiser. He was used as the short yardage receiving threat, and he was used in mainly blocking down the field for the running backs, blocking in the screen game and things of that nature. And because Arthur Smith loves running those heavy packages with multiple tight ends on the field, I definitely think that Darnell Washington would be a great fit for our Atlanta Falcons. I do think that he's the best blocking tight end in this draft, and he also has the ability to catch the ball down the field as well because he is athletic. He runs like a 4.7 40. So he is one of those guys that does have speed, even though he's a big athlete. But I definitely think that he will fit this Falcon scheme perfectly because of his ability to block in the running game, block in the screen game. And I also think that he would be a great complement to Kyle Pitts, who's our starting tight end. Being that Kyle Pitts is, to me, more of a receiving tight end, I definitely think having a guy like Darnell Washington, if we were to draft him, he kind of would be the yin to the yang of Kyle Pitts. And I really think this season, once Kyle Pitts comes back from injury, I would like to see him split out wide a little bit more this year. Last year, we mainly used Kyle Pitts in blocking situations, but this upcoming season, I like to see them use Kyle Pitts more in the passing game down the field. I don't mind him blocking because we know that we are a team that is a run-first team, a physical offense. And that's why I think that a player like Darnell Washington would be perfect for this Atlanta Falcons team because he can take some of that burden off of a player like Kyle Pitts in the blocking aspect of the game. And I also think that Darnell Washington, you can use him in a lot of creative ways, especially in the goal line situations or in the red zone situations. He's a guy that you could possibly line up in the backfield as your fullback or H-back and hand him the ball. He's a guy that you can use as a lead blocker. He's a guy who can run out and catch a ball in the flats. He's a guy that can block and then go out for a pass. So it's a lot of different ways that you can use a player like Darnell Washington. He's a very versatile player, but I feel like also because of his blocking prowess and his physicality, he's almost like having an extra offensive lineman on the field at all times. So I definitely think he's a mismatch nightmare because of his size, even for linebackers, safeties, and corners. But he's also you don't lose a lot, I don't think, with having him out there almost as if he's another offensive lineman in the blocking game. So I definitely think Darnell Washington would be a perfect fit for our Atlanta Falcons. When Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith talks about a player that has the ethos of the team, a guy that will fit in this scheme perfectly because we like to bludgeon teams with the run game, I definitely think that Darnell Washington could be the guy who could come in and be that complement to Kyle Pitts and be that physical aspect on the offensive side of the ball, especially blocking down on defensive ends, using him as a lead blocker during screens and things of that nature. I definitely think if you line him up outside on those bubble screens, him and Kyle Pitts and Drake London, those big physical wide receivers and tight ends on the outside, blocking for guys like Olamide Zaccheaus, blocking for the running backs and things of that nature. I definitely think that he'll be a guy the Falcons could definitely draft in this upcoming draft, and I do think he would be an asset to this Atlanta Falcons team. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you think of Darnell Washington. Personally, when I look at him as far as a player that you can compare him to, like a player comp of a former NFL player, to me, he reminds me of Martellus Bennett, who used to play the tight end position for the Cowboys. He also played with the Patriots and the Chicago Bears. He's the brother of Michael Bennett of the Seattle Seahawks. And I definitely think he could have a nice NFL career. But his game kind of reminds me of a Martellus Bennett. But with that being said, if you guys like my content, definitely hit that like, subscribe button for your boy. We are currently on the road to 2,000 subscribers and beyond. Hit that like button for your boy. And with that being said, as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.